Hello students, today's lecture is on Gabriel Okara's poem Once Upon a Time, which is prescribed in the syllabus of BA Part 3rd in MGS University. So Gabriel, let's first discuss the introduction of the poet. Gabriel Okara, in full, Gabriel Imomotimi uh, Bang Bangban Okara. Very typical name. He was born on April 21, 1921 in Bomudi, Nigeria. Died March 25, 2019. Very recently, after the syllabus was prescribed the poem was prescribed into our syllabus in Yenagoa, Nigeria. Nigerian poet and novelist whose verse had been translated into several languages by the early 1960s. This is how Okara looks. Okay, Okara is a largely self-educated man. Okara became a bookfinder after leaving school and soon began writing plays and features for radio. In 1953, his poem The Call of the River Nun won an award at Nigerian Festival of Arts. Some of his poems were published into the influential periodical Black Orpheus, and by 1960 he was recognized as an accomplished literary craftsman. Okara's poetry is based on a series of contrasts in which symbols are neatly balanced against each other. The need to reconcile the extremes of experience, life and death, are common themes. It preoccupies his verse, and a typical poem has a circular movement from everyday reality to a moment of joy and back to reality again. Means from day to day reality he moves to a sudden moment of joy and then he comes back to the reality. Okara incorporated African thought, religion, folklore and imagery into both his verse and prose. His first novel, The Voice, which was published in 1964, is a remarkable linguistic experiment in which Okara translated directly from the Ijo or Ija language, imposing Ijo syntax onto English in order to give literal expression to African ideas and imagery. The novel creates a symbolic landscape in which the forces of traditional African culture and Western materialism contend. Its tragic hero, Okolo, is both an individual and a universal figure, and the ephemeral it that he is searching for could represent any number of transcendent moral values. Okara's skilled portrayal of the inner tensions of his hero distinguished him from many other Nigerian novelists. During much of the 1960s, Okara worked in civil services. From 1972 to 1980, he was the director of the Rivers State Publishing House in Port Harcourt. His later work includes a collection of poems, The Fisherman's Invocation, 1978, and two books for children, Little Snake and Little Frog, 1981, and An Adventure to Juju Island, 1992. Now, let's move to the poem Once Upon a Time. The title of the poem is that of the traditional opening of fairy stories. If, therefore, is a poem about childhood and nostalgia and the remembered happy endings, so unlike the adult world. The poem, written by Nigerian poet Gabriel Okara, he laments the lost innocence of youth. He also condemns the hypocrisy of adults who are constrained by rules and conventions and who adapt different behaviors for different occasions. Childhood is portrayed as a time of laughter, honesty, and spontaneity, whereas the adult world involves betrayal and lies. The parent or the father in the poem, he tells the son to enjoy childhood as much as he can because it's worth cherishing and can never be recaptured. The poem has been written in 6 stanzas of varying length from 4 to 13 lines, and these lines are also of uneven length and unrhymed. Uh, the voice is that of a parent talking to his or her son. We can assume the speaker is either a mother or father. In stanza 4, he or she refers to wearing many faces like dresses. The language is deceptively simple, everyday speech, but with a profound message. The striking aspect of the poem is its use of repetition, though with lines subtly changed. For example, in stanza 2, the poets refers to the people who used to shake hands with their hearts, but 2 lines later, this reads shake hands without hearts. This is picked up again in later stanza when the poet repeats shake hands without my heart. The falsehood has passed from other people to the poet. The technique given an ironic emphasis to the meaning as well as creating a rhythmic flow, and the mood is one of regret for lost. So, the poem begins with once upon a time, as we have already read into the discussion, opens with as if like a fairy tale which used to start with once upon a time there was a beautiful girl and so on. So, once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. So, he's remembering the days, he's nostalgic about the days that have been past where people used to laugh and laughed with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. When they used to laugh, their hearts were happy, they were happy at the heart. They were at the eyes could be their eyes were witness of their happiness. But now they only laugh with their teeth, with their eyes block cold eyes, search behind my shadow. But now they only laugh with their teeth, means their faces they show a laughter, but from inside they are not happy. With their eyes block cold eyes. They in the second line he says they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes, and now the people they have eyes which are eyes block cold, and they search behind my shadow. Search behind the shadow of the poet means whether this person is beneficial for me or not. There was a time indeed they used to shake hands with their hearts, but that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts while their left hands search my empty pockets. So there was a time when they used to shake their hands with their hearts, but means when they used to shake hands, they became friendly. There was intimacy into the people, but now that is gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts. Now they do not. Their hearts do not meet. Their hands only their hands meet. While their left hand search my empty pockets, while at the same time from right hand they are shaking hands with the poet, and from the left hand they are looking in their, and with their left hands they search the empty pockets of the poet, that whether he has something for me or not. This is what their intention is actually. Feel at home, come again, they say, and when I come again and feel at home once, twice, there will be no thrice. And when you go and visit at someone's place, they say, make yourself comfortable, feel at home, this is your own home, you are welcomed here. But if you will go there once again, if you go there for some other time, uh, and feel at home, and definitely you will feel relaxed there, and you will find a place uh, besides your own home, where you can rest, where you can feel better. So once, twice, there will be no thrice. You will not be welcomed for third time. For then I find doors shut on me. So when you will go again for a third time, there will be no third time, and you will find doors shut on you. So I have learned many things, son. I have learned many things, son. I have learned so many things. The poet has learned so many things. So, as when a storyteller says, you have to learn so many things, son. So, when you normally we also say to our wards, to our children, to our kids, that you have to learn so many things. There is a long life. So the poet has already learned so many things in the long life. Son, I have learned to wear many faces like dresses. So he says he now only wears faces, and he has lost his original face, original sincerity. So the dresses here means clothes, or it may be suggesting that the persona is a woman, maybe. So this is for us, it is a parent. We do not have any essence of father and son, but it feels more close to consider it as a father. So I have learned to wear many faces like dresses, like we used to change our dresses uh, in the same way. The poet has now learned to wear or change faces: home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face. So there is a neologism, new words that have been invented by the poet, but they make some sense. He makes up words like making up masks, these different faces. They may also be described as portmanteau words, in that they compress ideas into one combined word. So uh, he says, I have home face, I have a street face, I have an office face, I have a host face, cocktail face, etc. etc. So, how should you behave at office? How should you behave at home? When you meet people in the street, when you host someone, and when you visit to the parties, with all their confirming smiles like a fixed portrait smile. So the poet is expressing the confirming, the fixed smiles on for every occasion, like a fixed portrait smile, like a painting smiles with a fix in a fixed way. And I have learned too to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. And I, O son, have also learned that how should I shake only hand and not heart, and how should I laugh only by my teeth, only by my face, and not by my heart. And I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. Okay, when we say that okay, we got rid of it. When someone goes, we feel relaxed. Oh, ye kab jayega. So learn to say goodbye when I